Hello, Specialist here, back in another video. Only college, looks like this one been available for a few days and I didn't know this. Here we are doing it, one of the extension maps, and this is available for a limited amount of time. I shouldn't check, not to just rush everything on one day. I guess I gotta record all of the missions on one day. I finally went to the college. It took me long enough. Death drop. All enemies will drop grenades when they killed. What the fuck does that mean? If we're going to do this on timely manner, 20 minutes. Fuck. IEDs.
Today's subject, unconventional warfare tactics.
Send another guy to pick up the servers. The last one's on a break. You got something to say, asshole? Get that barrel upstairs in the next 30 seconds or I'll make you drink that shit. No, it's going fine. Couple more weeks and we'll be ready. With these radios, we can trigger that shit from the moon. They'll never know what hit.
Liquid based IEDs, long range detonation. I don't give a fuck about this.
Investigation selected. Improvised explosive device.
Agent, we need to investigate the outcast IEDs and see what we're dealing with.
Okay. So they're gonna detonate on death, explode on death. Fine for that one. Can you die? Oh. The enemy to get killed. Their vehicle is literally exposed. And wasn't even aiming for his ammo patch. Can you fucking die? Minute and a half.
Detonation sequence detected. Active military radio.
The outcast must have modified the radio's Proteus recovered to detonate their IEDs.
This thing. My boy looks like a fucking communist poster propaganda.
Fire suppression system detected.
I remember the first time I played this mission, it was half an hour. I was searching for these fucking pipes. Suicider.
Today's topic, the creation of suicide bombers and mass shooters.
Fuck. Stay away from me. No. Stay away. The harmed? What the fuck? You're gonna be the dead, not the harmed.
What are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my house?
I want waffle fries.
The stop sound is just. You stay away. Can I do this without burning myself?
IED immobilized.
Shit. This LMG like the first is the type of one that I got. You have it from the beginning. No. No. Another named enemy for. That one is dead. Can you?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Stay away from them. They are gonna explode on death. Can you get fucking cover? Okay. You're not even elite. That thing is annoying.
Agent, go back to the Echo to sync the investigation data.
Investigation. Improvised explosive device. Completed. Investigation selected. Encrypted military radio.
Proteus recovered some encrypted radios. The outcasts have been using them to mask some kind of signal. I need you to secure one of the radios so Isaac can infiltrate their comms.
Kill that guy. Please, this is not the time for fucking internet problem. 100. Just hit.
Vital signs critical.
Cover. And do not do anything stupid. Can I see you?
Tracking radio signal.
8 minutes. Can you at least give me the objective to do it? You're just wasting the time. Look, I'm gonna reset the mission and do it one more time.
Secure one of the radios so
Shit, that's the fucking radio. Fuck, it went the wrong way. Okay, still have time. I thought I start that fucking IEDs. Okay. Just reload this thing. That thing is can you run?
Tracking radio signal.
Okay, unlock the door.
I could go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail.
So, pink, purple, pink, purple, right? Pink, purple, blue, maybe. Yes, I'm doing it. Just waste like 3 minutes to figure this out. Maybe I do a clean speedrun after I finish it. It's like impossible to do it like a first run.
Security system disabled. Encrypted radio frequencies infiltrated. Radio handset detected. Infiltrating terminal.
No, you stay away from me! Is there an overtime damage effect on this gun? Hey, that's right. The striker with his LMG is just too good. Where are you shooting at? I'm here. You saw me move. There is someone just walk over that suicider. Okay. We have to defend here like 4 minutes. Now we know the right order for those cables. Where the fuck are we supposed to find these fucking radios? We can't do it. No! It's chasing with a sledgehammer? Can you... Here. Fuck. Can you... Fucking shit. No!
Who's ready for an ass whooping? Ass whooping? Ass whooping?
Unable to access system.
I just whoop his ass anyway. The unfairness delivers extra emotional damage. Very effective.
Motherfucker, you have more of a goddamn chance, nigga, at going to fucking Saturn, my nigga, and walking on that.
Anyway, one hit of a sledgehammer. Shit, this is ridiculous.
Hey Mom, just wanted to let you know that I made it back, and I'm fine. The dorm didn't burn down. Flight was garbage. We were delayed 3 hours and had to switch planes because some fatty broke the plane. Good news, Blue Ladies killed it at the lacrosse derby. Derby ball this year is gonna be sick. The team is amazeballs. Mom, I gotta go. My roomie just came back. She's not feeling great. They think she has strep or something. I promised to go to the health center and pick up her prescription. Anyway, just wanted to let you know I made it back and didn't get murdered on the metro. Love you. Don't forget to listen to my podcast. Prof says I need at least 50 listens to get the extra credit. How are you holding up?
Fine. We're always stretched pretty thin before the new fiscal year. I just hope we don't lose that grant money.
You'll get it. I don't know about you, but the health center is basically at capacity. The strain this year is really bad.
You've definitely had an influx in crew cases, but the presentation seems off. Sarah's got us on a yellow alert.
That's normal. At this point, I'm just handing out hand sanitizers and condoms, hoping they'll be responsible and I don't run out of antibiotics.
Same.
Last thing I need is another chlamydia outbreak. These kids need to blow off some steam, but the derby ball always ends up with at least one kid in in here with bronchitis or a broken leg because they're trying to impress some girl. I don't know if I have it in me to deal with that shit this year.
Could be worse. You could be handing out methadone because the clinic down the street lost its funding.
Yeah, never have to worry about funding in academia. Just getting the deliveries out to the boonies.
You've got a Metro stop.
The only drugs they'll deliver on the Metro, I'm not allowed to prescribe. Just tell me the truth. I fucking hate this rumor mill bullshit.
Sarah's talking about quarantine procedures, advising people to wash their hands and stay home if they feel sick.
I've got at least 5 cases that aren't responding to treatment. I'm running out of beds and asked the president of the college to evacuate one of the dorms to set up the quarantine and cancel the derby ball.
He tell you to go fuck yourself?
Called me a fearmonger. Accused me of trying to create a panic so I get a raise. Fucking academia.
Well, it'll come out of his bonus when they have to pay the wrongful death lawsuits.
As satisfying as the idea of that chucklefuck losing his job is, I'd rather not be toe-tagging my kids.
I get you.
You have any casualties?
First one, yesterday.
How old?
4. Little blonde girl. Mom's an anti-vaxxer. Thought kombucha and miso soup would cure her. When she finally brought her in, she'd lost 10 pounds and was severely dehydrated. Wasn't anything I could do. Her heart couldn't take the stress.
15 new cases.
The derby ball.
I fucking told him. You let them have a party. Kids who are sick as fuck will down a bunch of painkillers, smoke and drink until they feel good enough to party, and then infect each other.
We had to lock the doors and turn people away yesterday. 2 of my nurses are out. And the longer this shit goes on, the more I'm convinced it's not the flu.
If I didn't know better, I'd think it was smallpox. But that's fucking crazy.
It's not. That's what we're all saying here. That's the rumor Sarah keeps trying to kill because they don't want to start a panic.
We have to quarantine the kids and evacuate the school. We don't have the resources to deal with an outbreak like that. I gotta get this asshole to listen to me.
I sent some samples to the lab, told them to test for smallpox. Should have them back in a couple of hours. I can email you the results. Maybe seeing it on an official letterhead will make him listen to you.
Hey, Mom. So school is fucking closed. I did all those stupid podcasts for no reason. Finals are canceled, and they ordered an emergency evacuation of campus. Last night I got kicked out of the dorm and moved to another dorm because there wasn't any more room at the health center. Roomie got to stay because they still don't know what's wrong with her. It's fucking scary. There's all these rumors going around, and everyone's afraid of getting sick. And now I've got a tickle in my throat, and I'm like, is this how it starts? Are they gonna let me get in Chad's car and leave? Chad offered to drive me back home. It's kind of nice of him, but also, after that shit he tried to pull freshman year, I don't know that I want to be in a car with him for 3 days, you know? Anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm coming home and that I need pozole. Love you. Make me pozole. Welcome to KenleyCast, the only podcast for and about Kenley College that gets you extra credit in your history and media production courses. This is Eve, and today we are talking about the history of Kenley. Exciting stuff. I know we've all heard the rumors about the secret society that constructed the obelisk in some of the buildings on campus, but what's the truth? Well, our beloved General Kenley was a member of the Golden Architects. He was the original owner of this land, and he did decree that the college be founded so that an education in line with the core beliefs of the order could be established for Maryland men, and the reservoir be built to serve the moral, intellectual, and practical needs of Maryland. This guy super had a savior complex. And I know it was normie for his time, but that's toad sexist now. Welcome back to KenleyCast, the only Kenley podcast where extra credit is not only a bonus, but a requirement for listening in. As time marches on, so does the progress of time. Where were we? So yeah, Kenley. Not a bad dude, but also not the greatest. I mean, he's no Lincoln and he's no Lee. And for an institution that didn't allow women until 1920, which, actually that's pretty good. That's 6 years before Sarah Lawrence was established. So yeah, good on you, Kenley College, for being ahead of the curve on that one. But yeah, the real reason they let women in wasn't because they were super progressive or anything. It's because they needed the money. World War I had totally ravaged the population, and there are not a lot of dudes looking to get their education when they were worried about starting families. And those who were dealing with PTSD and the influenza pandemic that wiped out a lot of potential student bodies. However, there were a lot of spinsters looking to make something of themselves, and Kenley capitalized on this new demand for higher learning for ladies. In order to go co-ed, 2 additional dorms were built to house the new students. I mean, it was the roaring 20s, but it was still the 20s and like way before the sexual revolution was even a thing. And it took like another 37 years for Kenley to be like, no, we don't want to be associated with that creepy-ass secret society BS anymore. They wanted to appear more modern and liberal and tried to rebrand the college as a bastion for free thinkers and exploration. But there is still some really jacked up shit in the student code of conduct. If you haven't seen the original charter and code of conduct shit, you should check it out in the library special collection. It's creepy as fuck. I mean, like, there's a section on how Puerto Rican you can be to be a member. Like, what? Welcome back to KenleyCast, the only podcast that's still casting. I know we've talked about some of the weird shit on campus, like the obelisk. I mean, could there be, like, a more phallic symbol just hanging out in the quad? We get it. You are a men's organization. You need the penis beacon to light your way. It's just super weird. But, like, not as weird as the fact that there's, like, a church with a crypt on campus. Like, why is there a crypt? Who's buried in the crypt? Is a crypt without bodies? Like, if the crypt doesn't have bodies, is it just a basement? And, like, if we get high as fuck and try to hold a seance in the church basement, is that, like, super weak sauce compared to holding one in the crypt? But it's weird, right? And, like, I've gone to the library and tried to research the shit, but like a bunch of the golden architect shit that's just embedded in the floor and walls, the college doesn't really want you to know about it. Oh, and, like, the statue that's in front of the library, that, like, weird silver lady, you know why that's there, right? Some chick in the 70s got tired of staring at the big dick in the quad, and so she was like, we need a naked chick to counterbalance that shit. That's some white feminist nonsense. Like, not to body shame or whatevs, but just throwing a naked silver lady that blinds the fuck out of you on sunny days in front of the library does not offset the huge marble dong that you can see from space. And I swear to God, sometimes if the angle is right, that obelisk is like right between her tits and she's grabbing it, and like the mirror reflection titty fucking thing is like so not what the artist intended. I probably shouldn't smoke and then record this podcast. Good thing this shit's not live.
Base, this is Proteus calling in my sit rep. It's 1700 hours. We are on the way to the target. Should reach the reservoir in the next couple of hours. We were able to recover some supplies and comms, stumbled across an abandoned water treatment facility and found some chemicals that might be useful. Came across a decommissioned National Guard base, commandeered their mobile shade server and comms equipment. Figured it was fine since they weren't using it anymore. Swept the local weather station to recover their equipment, but it was FUBAR. I'll send an updated sit rep around 1900 when we get to the reservoir. Proteus out. Proteus to base. Requesting backup and air support. Outcasts have taken the convoy. Our intel was wrong. The site was not abandoned. Outcasts were set up in the college. No idea how long they've been here. We've taken multiple casualties. Outcasts have the comms and the chemicals we recovered en route. They have the shade server. We walked into an ambush. I repeat, Proteus to base requesting backup and air support. Proteus to base. Mission failed. Outcasts have taken the site. They're using the hydrogen chloride we recovered to make IEDs and rigging them with a remote detonator. Overheard one of the guys talking about using the shade server to mask the signal so they can use the metro to transport the IEDs into DC. I'm gonna try and recover the server. If anyone can hear this, do me a favor. If I don't make it back, tell Mel I'm sorry. They were right.
Proteus recovered some encrypted radios. The Outcasts have been using them to mask some kind of signal. I need you to secure one of the radios so Isaac can infiltrate their comms.
Accessing handset. Analysis of alarms and communications complete.
Thanks, Agent. Now we can monitor their comms. You're done here. Head back to the Echo.
Investigation selected. Improvised explosive device.
Agent, we need to investigate the Outcast IEDs and see what we're dealing with.
Detonation sequence detected on encrypted military radio.
The Outcast must have modified the radios Proteus recovered to detonate their IEDs.
Jamming all radios on this frequency. Jamming failed. Fire suppression system detected. Fire suppression system inactive. Water pressure inadequate. Investigation. Improvised explosive device. Completed. Kenley Library investigated. Collating tactical data.
Oh, no. No.
What do you get?
I got a headache and probably got tuberculosis.